Guys, the bot builder's back and welcome to another episode of Robot Wars Omega Series 2. And this is Heat G. Yes, that is right, we only have 4 more heats left to go before we can go straight into the series semi-finals. And already there, in our semi-finals, are Foxic, the number 13 seeds, the Ultimate Challenge Champions, Roadkill, Firestorm, the number 4 seeds, Dansom Kia, the number 11 seed, and more 2 unseeded robots in Endgame. And the winner of last heat, Ripper, who seemed to be quite the underdog, but they did manage to get through, taking out some pretty strong machines, including the Robot Rumble winner and 10th seed's Aftershock in the heat finals. Now this heat is looking to be quite the star-studded heat, so let's just not hesitate and let's jump straight into it. Seeded number 8, Scrapper. Here they are, the very recently crowned Seed Slaughter champions, as well as the Account Mayhem champions. Scrapper are one of the most deadliest robots around, and they have one of the greatest spinners in Robot Wars Omega history. They've been on a winning streak ever since winning the Account Mayhem. Can they continue it though? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. But they are one of the favourites. I can see this one go very far. King Ramses II. And here we have another Account Mayhem veteran, King Ramses II. Wasn't really expected to do that well in the Account Mayhem, but they surprised, winning their heat, beating Rewind, and then coming all the way to 3rd place. They do have a very powerful front flipper, and they're very controlled. Good 4-wheel drive pushing power on this machine. I can see this robot potentially being a dark horse here, although they do have a very tough heat ahead of them. Weedy Big Cheese. And here we have Weedy Big Cheese, one of the most powerful flippers, if not the most powerful flipper in the entire series. Weedy Big Cheese is capable of throwing robots, even robots with fidget spinners, out the arena with ease. They did do, last time we saw them was in the Mayhem, where they actually fell in the pit after trying to flip over Panic Attack, so it does lack control, but that flipper is awesome. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, we have our very own awesome flipper, Matilda, and we have Growler. Oh, he's a good boy, ain't he? Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So we only have. Oh wait, what? Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, well that's what happens when you don't test the audio. Of course, I'm recording this on a different day. Scrapper trying to cause some damage to Weedy Big Cheese here. And Weedy Big Cheese is being shredded up by that vicious horizontal spinner. In comes King Ramses though. Comes with a good flip right there. In onto Scrapper. Scrapper, the reigning Account Mayhem champions. They will be returning in this year's Account Mayhem to try and defend it. Oh, and look at that. Coming with a great hit right there. And onto King Ramses. And King Ramses are out the arena. That's a shame. I thought King Ramses could have done a bit better than that. But, of course, they are in a tough heat. Weedy Big Cheese, they do have a tough battle ahead of them. They have to deal with Scrapper, and Scrapper are good. Scrapper, one of the best spinners around. They're incredibly destructive, and you can see why they won the Seed Slaughter, why they won the Account Mayhem, and they're currently trying to shred up Weedy Big Cheese. Weedy Big Cheese on their back, and they're struggling right now at the minute. Scrapper trying to cause some more damage. In comes Little Evolution. Evolution comes with a good flip right there, and look at Weedy Big Cheese. And now as Evolution's doing that was Weedy Big Cheese wedged open like that, and they can't get away from there. And well, Scrapper has already made a statement here this episode. They're just proving why they're the Account Mayhem champions, why they're seeded 8, why they won the Seed Slaughter. And Weedy Big Cheese seems to be in trouble, and they're on the floor flipper now. 1, 2, 3! Thrown across the arena floor. They're back up on their wheels. Everything's fine again, but honestly, I think it's a bit too late. Oh, and look at that, trying to flip up Little Evolution there. But Scrapper trying to cause some more damage to the spinner, trying to knock him out for good, I think. Oh, well, that was another massive hit right there. And I think that is it for Weedy Big Cheese. Good God, that was brutal. And what is going to drop from the drop zone? 3, 2, 1. Oh, a battery. Huh. That's kind of lame, isn't it? And, oh, well that wasn't. Growler, he's always been a fan of cheese, and he's now going to try and gobble up the cheese that is Weedy Big Cheese. Oh, the floor flipper again. Oh, you know what? Go on. Go on, let's see the cheese fly. I think Really Big Cheese have been knocked out due to the onslaught of big hits from Scrapper anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Matilda trying to come to the rear flywheel. Grated cheese. Well, I think this cheese has most definitely been grated, and Matilda are going to give him the coup de grace by pushing Really Big Cheese and Roger Plant's titanium creation down the pits. Cease. Well, a good way to start the heat. Scrapper dominated that fight. Not only did they knock King Ramses out of the arena, but they absolutely mullered Really Big Cheese. And Evolution even helped. They were the ones who actually immobilized Really Big Cheese. King Ramses II and Really Big Cheese, they go into the redemption round. Scrapper, though, they march on. Seeded number 20, Metal Morg. Metal Morg are back from the Halloween special, actually, hence why they're seeded 20. They do quite a powerful flipper, and they did do alright in the Sea Slaughter. They came in last, but they still got a good elimination on Firestorm. They're a very strong flipper. They do have a nice rollover design, as you can see right there, that works. Yeah, they're just a good machine. Very underrated, I feel. Nexus. And here's a machine that definitely isn't underrated. A machine that's overhated, to be more exact. This is Nexus. We saw them in the World Championships, where they made it all the way to the round of 16 before being beaten by Minotaur, but they are still a very good machine. An incredibly powerful flipper that's yet to be beaten in Antweight Anarchy if you exclude the live events. The International Inferno, the Annihilator, the Battle of the YouTubers, you name it, Nexus has probably won it on Antweight Anarchy. Rogue 2. And here we have another fan-made Robot Wars legend. This is Rogue 2, armed with their four-wheel drive pushing power and decent little lifter. I would say they're probably the weakest robot in this fight, but they are still an incredibly good machine. Runners-up of RWA Rebirth Series 1, a semi-finalist in Series 2. Didn't do quite as well in Series 3, but they are still a very good machine. Great pushing power, great speed, great push, great brute force, a good spinner killer, although they do lack a Shremek. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, neither of these two lack Shremex. It's Rhino and Virus. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. Already Metal Morg. Already comes with a great flip onto Rogue 2, and I think that could be Rogue 2 out of it already. Nexus, meanwhile, try and come with a great flipping onto Really Big Cheese. Really Big Cheese has been flipped up at... Not Really Big Cheese. Really Big Cheese were in the last fight. Metal Morg. Look, I'm just stunned at how quickly Rogue 2 were gone. Why do I keep calling it Really Big Cheese? Metal Morg came with a flip them up and over. And Metal Morg, of course, the seeded robot in this fight, won it because they won the 2019 Halloween special. Not the 2021, that wasn't really a tournament. Nexus comes with a good strong flip right down onto Metal Morg though. Although Metal Morg trying to come with another good strong flip right down onto Nexus. Nexus comes with another good powerful flip right there in onto Metal Morg. And Metal Morg's rollover design hasn't worked! And this could be a surprise here. Nexus flips out Rogue 2. And I think, are they going to try and get Metal Morg out of the arena? Yes, they do! And Nexus wins that fight in absolutely fantastic style, doing it for Northern Ireland. Cease. Well, that was over in a trice, wasn't it? Rogue 2 got flipped out of the arena and got flipped over by Metal Morg in a matter of seconds. And then Nexus finished them off, flipping them out of the arena before doing the same to Metal Morg. Nexus looked very impressive, and they go through to the Heat semi-finals. Well, here we are, the first of our redemption rounds. We have King Ramses II. We didn't really get to see them in action that much in the last fight. Scrapper knocked them out very quickly. And we also had Metal Morg, the 20th seeds. Got a great elimination on Rogue 2, but Nexus, of course, flipped them out. And overseeing the CPZs, here's another Rhino fact for you. Rhinos hate doing absolutely nothing in the last fight. Or at least this Rhino does. It's Rhino. And we have Virus. I mean, he doesn't mind. He just had a nice little nap. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. Should be an interesting battle here between the 20th seeds and the Account Mayhem third place finishers. Of course, King Ramses aren't entering the next Account Mayhem. Harry Bob didn't enter. He didn't want to. But they still came third in this year's Account Mayhem, which is good. No, last year's Account Mayhem, which is good. King Ramses trying to come with a good flip right down onto Metal Morg. Metal Morg doing a barrel roll there. The wrong way. Although they do come with a huge flip right down onto King Ramses. King Ramses, though, fighting back. I think this fight is going to be a very good little battle here between the 20th seeds and the Account Mayhem third place finishers. Either way, I think no matter who wins, they both of them deserve it, because they're both really good machines. In fact, the caliber of robots in this heat are really good. We have some really good robots in this heat. Metal Morg trying to come with a good strong flip there. The former Halloween special, the Halloween special champions. Before we decide to move on to the team format, King Ramses comes with another flip in onto Metal Morg, and they're trying to push Metal Morg into the arena wall. Metal Morg rolls back over though. They did manage to escape, and now I think the way Metal Morg needs to win this is that they need to get King Ramses maybe onto their side. I'm not sure they can get back down from there, and they are going to try and get them on their side, but King Ramses do manage to escape, and now they're going to try and come with another flip in onto Metal Morg. This is a very good flipper driving battle. This is kind of like a slower paced version of Rewind versus King Ramses from the Account Mayhem, really, isn't it? Oh, a big strong flip right there from Metal Morg, but King Ramses comes with another good strong flip, and Metal Morg rolls back up and over, but Metal Morg comes with a good flip right there and onto King Ramses, and in comes Virus, who comes with a good lift, and that's not good for King Ramses. And meanwhile, Metal Morg comes with a good strong flip right there and onto Virus, but King Ramses. Oh, King Ramses trying to flip Metal Morg down the pit, but they couldn't quite do it. Metal Morg just escaped. And a good strong flip right there from Metal Morg onto King Ramses. And oh god, they're in Rhino's corner. Rhino loses his horn again. Well, I don't think he's necessarily happy about that. King Ramses, they can self-right using the flipper. And yes, they do self-right. Metal Morg comes with another flip, but now, currently right now, I would say Metal Morg are on top now due to the house robot attacks. King Ramses got on them. Although, I think King Ramses does have an easier time getting underneath Metal Morg. It's a very close fight here at the minute. Although I would say Metal Morg on top on damage and control, I would say. Virus eventually do self-right. He's going to be fuming at that Metal Morg flipped them up and over. King Ramses trying to come for another flip. Metal Morg trying to flip King Ramses up and out the arena. And now they come for another good strong flip. King Ramses trying to get in underneath Metal Morg, trying to flip them up and over, trying to flip them over and out. Although King Ramses on their back, they've been flipped up and over, but they do get back down. And they're trying to control Metal Morg. And I think this fight is going to go to the judges any moment now. Cease. Well, it's going to be a very close judge's decision. King Ramses ends up on top of Metal Morg. But this is going to be a close one, and I have a feeling it's going to be controversial. The judges have made their decision. You know the criteria: damage, control, and aggression. And it is a split decision. But the judges feel that the robot who won on control and damage is Metal Morg! Yeah, the 20th seeds Metal Morg, they go through to the Heat semi-finals. Such a shame to see King Ramses go out, especially after their incredible Account Mayhem run, but they couldn't replicate it here in the main competition, and Metal Morg, they go through to the Heat semi-finals. Well, now we're in our next redemption round. We have Weedy Big Cheese with that big powerful flipper. We didn't really get to see it in action against Scrapper, and they're taking on Rogue 2, the RWA Legends. Should be a good battle this, a Rogue Wars legend and an RWA legend. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZ, we have Virus, yet again, but he's brought along his friend's dog, Growler. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Yeah, who knew? Virus and Mr. Psycho are actually good friends. Virus is actually a massive fan of bowling himself, although he isn't a big fan of Mr. Psycho too. He says he isn't drunk enough, so take that for what you will. Anyway, Weedy Big Cheese and Rogue 2. This should be a very interesting fight here. Rogue 2 already gets in underneath Weedy Big Cheese, and I'm going to try and push him into the arena wall. Oh, and look at that for a slam! Weedy Big Cheese are stuck up like that, and that is not a good position to be in. Unless if Weedy Big Cheese can get back down with their flipper. This would be a shame to see Weedy Big Cheese go out. I was looking forward to seeing them this series. They have an awesome flipper. Although, oh no, they do manage to get back down, but that is not the position you want to be in, lads. Although Rogue 2 gives them their helping hand. Maybe they want a bit of a better fight. Will they regret that? Will they rue that decision later on? Well, Weedy Big Cheese getting that flipper in underneath Rogue 2 somehow. But currently right now, Rogue 2 are just taking advantage of Weedy Big Cheese's high ground clearance. That is their main issue. And Rogue 2 just getting straight in underneath Weedy Big Cheese. Growler. They're trying to push them into Growler's corner right here. And Growler comes with a great slam right there. And again, this is a very good battle right here in a minute. And a very good performance by Rogue. I thought I had Wee Big Cheese down to win this, I will be honest. And they do come with a good flip. That was a very good flip by Rogue too. No, but by Wee Big Cheese onto Rogue too, but they right them. I think sort of giving back the favour there. So I guess they're now even, because of course Rogue 2 immobilised Wee Big Cheese earlier in the fight and righted them. So I guess they're now even. I guess if the machine gets immobile again, there's going to be no more friendship between these two. Although this is a very good battle. Both machines are giving it their all. It's almost like they respect each other as fighters. We could be seeing a potential tag team on the making! But we won't be seeing Rogue 2 in the Heat semi-finals. And Weedy Big Cheese, they flipped them out the arena. And, well, that was a good fight. Cease. Oh, that's a shame to see Rogue 2 crash out, though, but that was interesting to see Roboteers actually have respect for each other. Although I think Rogue 2 may have regretted that decision of putting Wee Big Cheese back in the fight. Wee Big Cheese did flip Rogue up and over and then righted them. So it was all fair game, it was all even. But in the end, Wee Big Cheese were the better machine and flipped them out. But that was a very good fight right there. And honestly, I think we could be seeing some stuff from both of those two in the future, perhaps. But Wee Big Cheese, they go through to the Heat semi-finals. And speaking of the Heat semi-finals, here is our first one, and it's a battle between the seeds as the 8 seeds, the Account Mayhem and Seed Slaughter champion Scrapper takes on the 20th seeds, Metal Morg. Oh boy, yeah, we do love a good seeding fight. We've had them before, so yeah, here's another. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, Virus. He's holding his head down in shame because he did nothing in that last fight. And Matilda, she's probably had a few pints. So there's a possibility we'd have a depressed drunk and someone who just got drunk. Oh, God. Oh, and Metal Morg are Welsh, so they're probably going to be drunk too. God damn it. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. And I just got news in the pits that the Metal Morg team are drunk. Okay, that's good. That's good and all. But they do come with a good flip right there onto Scrapper, but Scrapper are able to self-right there, using their self-righting mechanism. But look at this, they're coming in for a good side shot right there and onto Metal Morg. Metal Morg coming in with a good flip right there and onto Scrapper. Now, Metal Morg did beat King Ramses in that last fight quite convincingly, but can they pull off the upset and take out the number 8 seed Scrapper? Well, at this rate, I don't think so. Oh, and Scrapper trying to cause some good damage to that rollover shell, but Metal Morg do self-right. But they are struggling here. And in comes Matilda, who's going to flip Metal Morg up and over. Metal Morg. They're quite a big machine, but so is Scrapper. Both of them are pretty big. Both of them are quite big robots. Metal Morg came second in the Robot Rumble as well. Lost right at the end to Aftershock. So yeah, there we go. And oh, I'm coming in a big hit on the back of Metal Morg right there. Metal Morg now Scrapper going to try and cause some more damage to Metal Morg. Metal Morg being bashed and smashed right here. And in comes this little evolution. Although Metal Morg flips up evolution, but evolution they can self-right. But they haven't really been that effective here. But Metal Morg now comes with a good flip right down onto Scrapper, and they're stuck on top of Virus. But although Scrapper does manage to get away, Virus, he was hoping to do something, but no, Scrapper got away too quickly. And oh, another big hit, and oh god, Matilda! Oh dear, Metal Morg knocked up and over again, but Scrapper are just trying to break Metal Morg. They do have incredibly tough armor. That rollover shell is incredibly strong and durable, but they haven't been and Scrapper haven't been able to crack it. But Metal Morg do seem to be stuck. I'm not too sure if Evolution can get away from there, but look at Metal Morg. I don't think their rollover design's working. They're going to try and use the flipper. Virus, you're getting in the way. Virus, you're getting in the way. Oh, and no, it hasn't worked. So maybe they have done something there. Metal Morg, they do get back up, but no, I don't. I think it's too late. Matilda trying to come with a flipping onto Metal Morg. Metal Morg, they're trying to fight back, but I'm fairly certain it was counted as a mobile, and that was a good maneuver right there from Scrapper. Metal Morg were doing really well that fight. Scrapper was struggling, but I think Virus are going to pit Metal Morg here. They're going to put the Welsh robot out of its misery and down the pits. Cease. Well, Metal Morg, the 20th seed, they put up an incredibly good fight and they nearly toppled Scrapper off this podium, but they couldn't quite do it. And as a result, they go down to the 3rd place playoff. Scrapper, though, winning that fight was quite, despite a few scares, they still won, and they go in to the heat final. But who will face Scrapper in the heat finals? It's a fight between two very good flippers, the Antweight Anarchy legends Nexus, or will it be the big flipper, the most powerful flipper in Rogue Wars Omega history, Wheelie Big Cheese? In the Core Patrol Zone for the CPZs, we have Rhino and Matilda, two of the most powerful robots in Robot Wars Omega history. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Now, Wheelie Big Cheese may be the most powerful flipper, but they don't have good control. And power is nothing without control. You need a good combination of both, and I think Nexus has that good combination to be able to beat Wheelie Big Cheese here. They're a very strong flipper, and they are very controlled, and they only lost to Minotaur in the World Championship due to a very close judge's decision, and they're going to try and beat Wheelie Big Cheese here. Wheelie Big Cheese have been flipped up, and currently Wheelie Big Cheese are struggling. Nexus trying to come with a good flip right there in onto Wheelie Big Cheese. Wheelie Big Cheese managing to get in underneath Nexus though, but that wasn't really that big powerful flip we were expecting. That was more like it. That was a good strong flip by Wheelie Big Cheese, but Nexus managing to stay in. Wheelie Big Cheese flipped up and over, but they eventually do self-right. Now, of course, Nexus's counterparts didn't qualify for the series. They failed in the qualifiers to It Takes Two to Tango, and they didn't win the wildcard voting, but they made it through, taking out fan favourites Great Carrot, so they are a very good machine. And Great Carrot, give credit to them. They're enjoying their retirement now, bless them. They will be back with Great Carrot Requiem, but they're a tough machine to face due to their very powerful spinner. And Nexus trying to get Wheelie Big Cheese through that arena wall. Wheelie Big Cheese currently right now are struggling here, but they are able to self-right there. But Nexus comes with another good strong flip. This is a very good heat right here. I would be honest, the last two heats, I mean, I thought Heat F was alright, Heat E not so much, but this is a very good heat. This is getting back on top form for the heats, I reckon. And Nexus trying to cover another good flip. And Wheelie Big Cheese look to be in trouble again. Oh, but look at that, it's happened again. It's happened again, and Nexus takes advantage and flips Wheelie Big Cheese out the arena just like that. Cease. Well, that was an incredibly good performance right there by Nexus. Wheelie Big Cheese, they could have won it. I think they really could have, because that flipper is immensely powerful, but they just couldn't get underneath Nexus. And Nexus eventually got Wheelie Big Cheese into the immobilization mode and flipped them out of the arena. And Nexus, they could be the machine to topple Scrapper off their podium, but we'll have one more fight before we get to that heat final. And here is that one more fight. It's Wheelie Big Cheese, that big powerful flipper, taking on Metal Morg, the controlled flipper, and the 20th seeds. And in the Core Patrol Zone for the CPZs, we have Rhino with his big ramming horn, and Growler with his deadly gnashing jaws. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So who will join the likes of Rapid and Lucky and, well, actually, I don't actually have the full list in front of me. We already have some incredibly good machines in both of the 10 Robot Rumbles. And, well, we could, either way, we're gonna get another one here in either Metal Morg or Wheelie Big Cheese. Wheelie Big Cheese gets flipped up and over right there by Metal Morg, though. But Wheelie Big Cheese getting that flipper in underneath Metal Morg and coming in with a good strong flip right there. Wheelie Big Cheese do self-right, though. Wheelie Big Cheese self-righting in 5-star, but Metal Morg comes with a good strong flip. And again, trying to maybe flip Wheelie Big Cheese up and out the arena. Up and over and out the competition. Metal Morg comes with another good strong flip right there. Wheelie Big Cheese upended and are in trouble, but they do manage to get back up. And now they got that flipper in underneath Metal Morg and comes with a good strong flip right here. Honestly, I think both machines deserve to be in the 10 Robot Rumble. Metal Morg, the 20th seed, the Robot Rumble runners-up, the Halloween Special Champions of 2019. Wheelie Big Cheese, that big flipper, honestly the most powerful flipper in Robot Wars Omega history, next to maybe Bot from the Blue and Blood Pumper perhaps. And they are an absolutely brilliant machine, and that was an incredibly good flip right there. Honestly, I don't think the House Robots are going to be needed this fight. I think it's just going to be down to which machine can get knocked out of the arena, but it still doesn't mean the House Robots aren't going to get involved, as Metal Morg are right there with Growler. And Metal Morg, they're going to try and get away, and they do, by giving Growler a tummy tickle. Well, that just shows you just how important, how needed the House Robots are in this fight, and Wheelie Big Cheese, look at Metal Morg! Metal Morg are so close to going in the pit, and Wheelie Big Cheese, they just need one last knock to get Metal Morg in. Oh! Well, what on earth's happened there then? Well, this is going to be controversial. Cease. And I'm getting words from the judges that they would like to have a look back at that, because they're not sure if Metal Morg were in the pit or not. Jesus Christ, what is with the Morg robots and controversies in the pit, am I right? Well, the judges have said they've looked back over the footage, and they said it was close. They said it's going to be controversial, but the judges say that they believe that Metal Morg, while they weren't in the pit, they were immobilized over the pit and over it, and they couldn't really move. And just to give some examples of situations where this has happened in Robot Wars, Thermidor, despite being grappled onto by Can Opener, actually found the pit. Tornado, despite being over the pit, Razor was still holding it, but they weren't actually in it. And Metal Morg has been in a situation like this in the past when they fought Firestorm back in Series 4. And the judges say that they believe that because Metal Morg, while not in the pit but over it and were immobilized, they feel that they should be eliminated from the competition. And honestly, that is just such a shame for them. Metal Morg, they were eliminated, and Wheelie Big Cheese, probably by the skin of their teeth. It's ironic that both of these two got into this controversy, because that's the exact same controversy both of them got into in Series 4, and I know people are going to disagree with it. It's controversial, yes, but that is just the way the judges rolled, and, well, Wheelie Big Cheese will go into the 10-Robot Rumble, and Metal Morg will have to settle for 4th place this heat, and will have to settle for the long road home back to Wales. Now, that is a shame, because that was a very good fight. Well, after that incredibly controversial fight, we are now here at the Heat Finals, and who will go through? Will it be the 8th seed Scrapper, by far the favourites, or will it be Nexus? Honestly, both these machines are deserved semi-finalists, but only one can make it. Of course, these two House Robots will be in the semi-finals, Rhino and Virus, but which one of these two competitors will make it? It's going to be close. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So last time, the then Account Mayhem champions got to this stage, it was Intergalactic in Series 1, and that time Intergalactic lost. So will Scrapper keep up the trend of the Account Mayhem champions curse, where the winners of the Account Mayhem will always lose in the Heat Finals? I will just have to wait and see here. Nexus, though, does come with a great flip right there and onto Scrapper, though. And they're certainly giving it a good go, and they seem to want to keep that curse going. But Scrapper still fighting back. Nexus trying to come with a good, strong flip right there in onto Scrapper, and flips them up and over. Now, Scrapper, they did struggle. Scrapper, they've been on a roll since winning the Account Mayhem, but don't forget, Nexus has been on a roll in Antweight Anarchy, and they've got rid of Evolution, but that leaves them vulnerable to the spinner, and they very nearly went in the pit just then. Nexus, they really do want to avenge Hit's loss, maybe even surpass Hit and win the series, because Hit runners up a Series 0. Nexus, this is their first Robot Wars Omega series, and well, I think Stephen McCullough would like to surpass it, but he's got to deal with Frank Numfelman, also known as Robobotic, who's getting in his way with this monster known as Scrapper, and Scrapper just revving up that ferocious spinner. Nexus on their backs and are being chewed up right here, and now they're in the core patrol zone with Virus, and they're being lifted up. Honestly, this is a fight where both these machines have a lot to prove. Scrapper to break the curse, Nexus to surpass its tag partner, and they haven't fought, to surpass its rival. And honestly, I think both of them are capable of doing it, but only one of them can. Only one of them can go into the elusive semi-final placement, and one of them will have to go into the 10-round rumble. Rhino suffers some damage, and he's not going to be happy about that. Trying to knock Scrapper up and over. Of course, Scrapper, winners of the Seed Slaughter, so they're favourites to win the series objectively, but will they win the series? Because I'm not too sure at this rate. Nexus are putting up an incredibly good fight. Both these machines have had massive unbeaten streaks. Now, of course, Scrapper, they've never lost a fight since, I believe, that 5th place playoff in request fights, I don't think. And Nexus, they've never lost a fight in Antweight Anarchy since the live events, and look at this, they're going to keep it that way, and they're going to start a new unbeaten streak here in Real Wars Omega, as they just flip Scrapper out of the arena, and I don't believe it. Nexus have done it! Wow! That is incredible! And, well, Nexus will be the machine to go through to the series semi-finals, and Scrapper, Robobotic's going to be disappointed with that, but that's the tail of the tape. Nexus were able to get underneath, dig in deep, and flip Scrapper out the arena, and they beat the Seed Slaughter, Account Mayhem, and 8 seed Scrapper to go through to the semi-finals. Seats. And, well, that unbeaten streak that's been going over for over a year now of Scrapper has finally been shattered. And, well, they're going to have to probably start a new unbeaten streak. Or maybe this could be the start of their losing streak. Who knows? But Nexus, well done to them. That was a very well-deserved victory. And, well, we've had so many surprises already in the Heat Finals, like Ripper beating Aftershock, Danstorm Kia beating the champs, Firestorm beating Diamond Storm, and now we can add Nexus beating Scrapper, the 8 seeds, to go into the semi-finals to those lists of surprises. Well done to Nexus. They win, and they go through to the series semi-finals. And, well, with only 3 more heats left to go, the semi-finals are just hotting up. And next heat is going to be an interesting one, as we see the return of Apollo and Plan B, as well as other fan favourites such as Suplex and EC3, as well as big flippers like Dietor and the ex-Ultimate Challenge Champions Blood Pumper. You don't want to miss it. And until then, the Bot Builder, out.